Hey, ¿cómo están amigos del futuro? Miren con quién estamos conectados. Michael Romeo, el guitarrista y líder de Symphony X, que van a estar pronto en Chile. Hello, Michael. Welcome to
man.
Radio Futuro. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Thanks for having me.
Great. Of course, we are here to talk about the upcoming show of Symphony X here in Santiago in August 2. Yeah, right. So
Yes,
first of all, how do you
yes.
feel about coming back to this side of the world?
No, man, it's great. It's great to be playing again, you know, after all the COVID and all the lockdowns. And like we had just done a run here in the States and Canada. And it's the first time that, you know, not only was it the first time that we had played since 2019, but it's like the first time the band was all, you know, together and rehearsing at the rehearsal place and hanging out. So yeah, coming back, it's going to be great, man. It's awesome. Like I said, the run we did here, you know, it was really cool, man, just to get back to doing what we're doing. So coming to see you guys, it's going to be fantastic.
Good. Sí, nos dice ahí que, claro, está muy contento de poder volver a tocar acá en Chile después de estos años de pandemia. Empezaron ahora la gira en Norteamérica, esta gira que celebra los más de 25 años ya de carrera de Symphony X. A ver cómo viene eso. So, you're with the tour that celebrates 25 years. More than 25 years at this point of Symphony X. So it must be very special to look back at your own history and to see what everything you have done.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's you know, I'm actually proud, you know, of just the band keeping it together for so long. You know, I mean, being in a band, you know, it's like being in a family, and, you know, ups and downs and all this kind of stuff. But nah, man, we managed to keep it together, you know. And I mean, and we all love what we do. And yeah, looking back on all the albums we've done and all the tours, I mean, it was, you know, it was a great ride. So with this tour, yeah, I mean, it's more than 25 years now. It's we lost a couple years there, man. But it is kind of tough to try to find a little bit from every album to do a tour. Like, since this tour is kind of, you know, anniversary and a little bit of everything we've done, it's kind of tough. So, I mean, that was probably the hardest thing, you know, trying to agree on what songs that we're going to do and, you know, trying to make sure we cover almost every album. But no, it's, you know, at the end of the day, I think the set that we have, we're happy about it. Like I said, we did a run here, and people really seem to enjoy it. So it's all good.
Yeah, good. So how do you do to make the set list? Do you play songs from all the different eras from Symphony X, since the old songs from the 90s until the last album?
Yeah, I mean, usually we'll just, I mean, we all have favorites. You know, all the guys in the band, we have some favorites. So we'll just put a little list together, maybe a couple songs from this album, a couple songs from that, and we'll go down and we'll try some different orders. And, you know, maybe sometimes this one works and sometimes it doesn't. And there's also cases too where maybe a song on a record, I mean, that we all like, maybe live sometimes it's not as strong. It's better on the record. And then there's songs that maybe on the record are just okay, but then live, there's something about it. So it's always trying to find that kind of thing. But eventually, I think for us, it's important just to have the flow. Like, the set feels like it's always moving. You know, the energy is always there. And so hopefully that's what we accomplished with the set list.
Good. Bien, tratando de resumir un poco lo que nos decía al principio, sí, más de 25 años ya con Symphony X. Dice que esto es como tener una historia con una familia. A veces hay altos y bajos, algunas cosas que pasan en las familias, pero están muy contentos de poder seguir adelante después de todo este tiempo con la música que hacen. Y ahí después nos comentaba un poco cómo arman el set list de este show resumen de más de 25 años, que claro, cada integrante tiene sus canciones favoritas, tratan de elegir las que suenan mejor en vivo, y ahí van poniendo y sacando de acuerdo a lo que funcione mejor. Preguntamos acerca de canciones. Michael, do you have any favorite songs to play live?
Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, let me think my favorites. Oh man, there's just so many. And usually the set list has a lot of them, you know, like with all the guys in the band, we always have favorites. But for me, let me think, like, what's my favorite songs? Like from the last album, Underworld, the song Nevermore, or Without You, like some of the newer stuff. And I think too, it's because, you know, the newer stuff is just newer. I mean, even though it's, you know, years old now, but like where maybe of Sins and Shadows and Sea of Lies, I mean, they're still fun to play, always fun to play, but they've been around a while. So some of the newer stuff is at least for us just a little fresher, you know. But any of those songs, especially the later stuff, like I said, Without You or Nevermore.
Good. Sí, canciones favoritas para tocar dentro del repertorio de Symphony X. Nos dice que por supuesto de lo último que han hecho, del último disco Underworld, y también algunas antiguas, Of Sins and Shadows, Sea of Lies, ahí la escuchan nombrarles, pero complicado elegir entre tantas canciones que tiene Symphony X. Queremos saber también qué pasa con ellos ahora. Tal vez ya es momento de sacar un nuevo disco. Underworld es de 2015. So, Michael, let's go back to the present. Your last album, Underworld, is from 7 years ago, so maybe it's time for a new album. Are you preparing new material, a new album, new songs? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of time has passed, and there's just been a lot of things, unfortunately, you know, that have happened that really slowed the process down. But and I think the main thing too, like we were saying before, it's like, you know, the band, I mean, we don't all live in the same state, so there's some distance between us. And with COVID, we weren't, you know, at the rehearsal place, we weren't doing band stuff. You know what I mean? Like, we weren't in that kind of mindset. So, I mean, we've been talking about a record. I got a lot of ideas, but I think now that we're playing again, you know, and we're on the bus and we're traveling together and we're able to talk about it, or we're at the rehearsal place, the process now, it's, you know, it should speed up, you know, because yeah, there was a lot of time we weren't sure what was going to happen. And I mean, I come down here all the time, almost every day. I try to write a little something, but I think actually getting back out on the road now and coming down there and that energy from the fans, I mean, that all helps, you know, that helps. So it's like, yeah, something we're talking about it and we're moving forward to get it done.
Okay. Good news. Sí, nos dice sobre preparación de nuevo material. Dice que por supuesto es algo que están conversando, están preparando, que ha pasado bastante tiempo, está consciente de eso desde el último disco. Con todo esto del COVID, por supuesto, se les complicaba el asunto, ya que no viven muy cerca los integrantes, pero están un poco en eso, con esto de la gira actualmente. Eso también les sirve para energizarse, agarrar inspiración y todo eso, así que quizás pronto haya novedades en ese sentido con nueva música de Symphony X. A propósito de música, lanzó un disco solista nuestro amigo Michael este año. Michael, this year you released your last solo album, War of the Worlds Part 2. What can you tell us about it? How was the experience of creating new music on your own?
No, I mean, it was great, man. I mean, it's always great for me to, you know, be down here and creating and writing, and like I said, there was a lot of unfortunate things that happened. Russ was in the accident, so even the future of the band back then was a little uncertain. So, I mean, I think a lot of us just kind of went and did some other things. And for me, you know, I had some ideas I wanted to try that maybe weren't right for the band or a little bit outside the box, maybe more orchestral, maybe more electronic, just different kinds of things. So solo record, yeah, I mean, you get to kind of do, you know, something a little bit outside the parameters of what you're used to. So yeah, I mean, it was fun, you know, and it definitely, you know, passed the time a little too, you know, because there was so much uncertainty, like I said, with the band, and then we get into the COVID thing. So actually just having some material, doing a solo thing, and I'd done it with all, you know, friends of mine, John Macaluso and John DeServio from Black Label and Dino, you know, Jalusic on the last one. So, I mean, good friends of mine, you know, having fun. We were able to do it, you know, from a distance. So, I mean, it was cool, man. I had a lot of fun. I mean, there's some stuff on there. It's just, you know, cool stuff. It's stuff that I love. You know, yeah, it's guitar stuff and it's orchestral and it's cinematic and, you know, a lot of different stuff.
Sí, nos contaba ahí acerca de su último disco solista, War of the Worlds Part 2, que salió este año. Dice que fue muy divertido, por supuesto que siempre es un gusto poder hacer música que incorpore distintos elementos, distintas influencias, más allá del estilo definido que tiene con Symphony X. Eso le permite un poco esta libertad. Lo hizo con grandes músicos, John Macaluso, que ha sido baterista de miles de bandas, John de Serbio, right? Que de Black Label Society me parece que ha tocado, y Dino Gelusic, gran vocalista también, que participaron de este disco, un disco bien interesante, de un estilo bien cinemático, que parece como una banda sonora de película, así que péguenle una escuchada a ese trabajo solista de Michael Romeo. Hablando de música, hablemos un poco de la música que lo está inspirando por estos días. So Michael, talking about music, the music you're creating right now, we want to know what kind of music inspires you today. What do you listen on a regular day, for example?
Oh man, all kinds of stuff, man. I mean, it could be, I mean, usually if it's rock, or if it's metal, or if it's like guitar stuff, 99% of the time, it's stuff I listened to like when I was growing up. You know, I'll put on Old Sabbath, or Priest, or Maiden, or Rush. You know, the stuff that really got me into music. I mean, there's great stuff out there now. But for me, just to listen and be inspired again, yeah, I'll put on that kind of stuff. Or it could be orchestral stuff, or it could be film music, Star Wars. It could be... I think any of the stuff that I just listened to, like I said, growing up, that really got me excited about music and trying to think back and capture that again. You know, because if you're trying to write a new record or you're trying to write music, I mean, for me, it's like, you know, to be inspired and to be kind of influenced by something. And all those years of the stuff I grew up with was really important. So I always go back to that stuff.
And do you like to listen to other guitarists? Shred guitarists, for example, stuff like Ingrid Malmsteen or things like that.
Yeah, of course. Again, I mean, this is stuff I grew up with. You know, of course, Randy Rhoads, of course, Van Halen, of course, Yngwie. You know, all the guitar guys. You know, but again, that was just growing up, and you would hear these guys. You'd be like, oh my God, you know, I want to be able to do that. You know, I gotta practice more. I gotta learn more about music and all these things. So. Yeah, for me, I mean, no problem putting that stuff on, because I just know how important it was. You know, for me, you know, just learning music and learning guitar and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good. That's the example that this artist made of you to practice on your guitar. Maybe you can make an advice for the younger generations who are picking the guitar for the first time. What is important to have in mind?
I mean, yeah, man, you got to be passionate. You know, you got to be passionate about it, and you just got to listen to a lot of different things. At least for me, that was important. Like I would no problem, you know, listening to Metallica or Slayer, or maybe Rush and Yes, or maybe Stravinsky, or, you know, John Williams in film music and jazz. It doesn't matter. All these, I think there's always something you can get out of different kinds of music. And then eventually, as you're learning, you got to make it your own thing. You know, I mean, we all grow up and we all have heroes. We try to emulate them. But as time goes on, it's like, yeah, you got to try to develop your own thing. So yeah, my advice is like, yeah, I mean, seek out the stuff that, you know, inspires you, and learn it and study it and practice, and then eventually take all that stuff and make it your own style, make your own music.
That's it. Bien, resumiendo un poco, le preguntábamos sobre la música que lo inspira hoy en día. Dice que escucha realmente de todo, pero la mayor parte del tiempo sigue con las bandas que le gustaron desde chico, que lo inspiraron a meterse a esto. Black Sabbath, Judas Priest, las bandas iniciales que hemos escuchado todos. También hartos guitarristas, por supuesto. Mencionaba a Randy Rhoads, Van Halen, en fin, y finalmente sus palabras para la gente que está empezando y a lo mejor tomando como ejemplo todo esto de los grandes guitarristas, algunos consejos, decía, claro, meterle mucha pasión, escuchar de todo para mantener la mente abierta, practicar mucho, por supuesto, y tratar de desarrollar un estilo propio, que eso, por supuesto, siempre es muy importante. Ya nos va quedando poco tiempo, a ver si nos da unas palabras finales. Well, Michael, our time is coming to an end, so do you have any final words for the fans here in Chile that are waiting for you?
That was pretty good. You remembered all that, what I said? That's pretty good, man.
I mean,
maybe I might talk, if I'm talking too much, just tell me to slow down, man. No, I mean, that's good. I mean, we covered a lot of stuff, you know, basically, yeah, the band really looking forward to getting down there and playing again. And it feels good to be able to get on the stage again and to have the fans there and the interaction and that energy. So, yeah, man, we can't wait. Hope to see everybody soon.
Bien, ahí están las palabras, la invitación de Michael Romeo para toda la gente que vayan a disfrutar de la música, a celebrar estos más de 25 años con Symphony X, un show que sin duda va a estar espectacular. La invitación está hecha, no se lo pierdan, y llegamos hasta acá con nuestro amigo Michael Romeo. Thank you very much, Michael, for your time, and we will see you here.
Yes, very soon. Thanks. Take care.
Muy bien, llegamos hasta acá. Nosotros nos encontramos en otra próxima oportunidad. Recuérdenlo, 2 de agosto, Teatro Caupolicán. Ahí estará Symphony X con nuestro amigo Michael. Ahí nos vemos. Hasta pronto. Chao.